Bonjour tout le monde! Okay, so we have a kind of a fun one here in honor of Mid-Lent, or Mi-Carême. We have a tune about Mi-Carême. It's from the celebrations of Mi-Carême on the Magdalen Islands. This is one of the craziest Acadian fiddle tunes I know. I can't say who it's from. It's a secret. But ultimately it comes from, of course, like every tune pretty much, comes from Bertrand de Raspe, who's the great fiddler of the Magdalen Islands. So this is a wild tune that I call Le Reel de la Mi-Carême. Fun tune. Okay, so this tune is called, I call it Le Reel de la Mi-Carême, and it doesn't really have a name that I've ever found. So what it was is I found it on a Facebook page for this tradition that happens in the Magdalen Islands. Basically, in Mid-Lent, there's a big party. I guess it's a thing that was really popular in Acadian communities, and it's still practiced in some places like Chiticon in Cape Breton Island, I think parts of New Brunswick and Quebec as well. But it's real popular in the Magdalen Islands, which are really the heartland of Acadian culture. So it's like a mass gathering, basically. In the Magdalen Islands, there's like this kind of party shack that they have, and there's a group of musicians, and they all wear the same crazy, sometimes bizarre, almost offensive masks, and they are playing these tunes, these like really interesting tunes, and they're just cranking away at them. Well, I tried to figure out who was playing this tune in the recording I had off Facebook, but of course nobody would say who it is because a big part of the tradition is trying to guess who the person is. So it took me a long time to figure out, because they're wearing the masks, so you're trying to figure out, well, who's at my house, who's at the party shack playing, who's the musicians, who's the leader, what's going on. That's all part of the tradition. It's kind of like a Mardi Gras tradition in a sense, where everyone's doing crazy stuff and wearing masks. They also go house to house and have songs they sing and pass out drinks and party, and people are still guessing who the revelers are. So anyways, I tried to figure out who the fiddler was, but nobody would tell me. Finally, I found it, and I reached out to him. I won't say who it is. It was kind of a secret who the fiddler was, obviously. But he learned this tune from Bertrand de Raspe. And Bertrand has spread most of the tunes, I think, really, in the Magdalens. A lot of them come from Bertrand. He's a really popular and beloved. He was in the band Suroît. He's not on this album. This is Félix Leblanc who's fiddling, I think, on this album. And this is Suroît's album La Mi-Carême. It's all about the music and the songs of this tradition. So let's hear a fun little song from them. This is La Mi-Carême. Viens-t'en, viens-t'en, on va jouer une tune au printemps. Come on, let's go play a tune for spring. Yeah, waiting for you, but don't forget your disguise. Tonight we're going to forget all our problems. We're going to pass the Mid-Lent together. That's kind of a fun song anyways. So if you want to hear, here's the original recording. Again, I can't say who the people are because it's a secret, but this is the tune that inspired that this is where I learned it from. So again, it doesn't have a name. It's part of the Mid-Lenten traditions of the Magdalen Islands, but it's a crazy tune. It's got a ton of syncopation. A lot of the tunes in the Magdalens have this level of crazy syncopation, but this one's especially syncopated and got a really weird way of using this C natural in E minor, which is just so bizarre. It's really cool and crazy fun to play. It doesn't have a name, but I call it Le Rire de la Mi-Carême in honor of the Magdalen Islands musicians who are probably playing tunes like this right now. Happy Mid-Lent. Well, let's try and learn Le Rire de la Mi-Carême. It's a hard. This might be kind of a hard one. I don't know. It uses a lot of this really syncopated bowing that's very key to Acadian fiddling. I gotta do a online lesson sometime about this fiddling, this bowing, because it's if you don't know it, it's kind of hard to figure it out. But let's try it anyways. Maybe we can get something nice together. Doesn't really work slow. It's only a tune you can really play fast. Anyways, that's a great tune. It has a lot of syncopated bowing. If you know how to do it, you can really have a ton of fun with it. And then I'll get another video going another time about how to do that syncopated bowing. But it's a really fun tune. Le Rire de la Mi-Carême, from probably from Bertrand Deras, but secret. We don't know who really played it on the video I had. Thanks, everybody. Happy Lenten time.